Hey, welcome. I'm a little late getting started tonight, but we'll get going here. I have, looks like the stream health is excellent. There we are. A little slow getting started for Tuesday night, but I don't know what we're going to do tonight. Because I'm not going to be on long this evening. But I figured we got to do something. It's an hour a day till we're done. So what I think I'll do is I'll work on shaping, continue shaping the nose and try to bring it into perspective. Let's move the camera a little closer. Yeah, there we go. So the thing with the Tucker that makes it look so good is this long nose. It's kind of got a flat spot up here, and I don't want to do that. I'll put the motor back in it, get the spinner on it, and start bringing it down to the spinner. I'll move the camera here in a second. I spend a lot of time on the noses of the airplane because that's the focal point of your project. Remember, for you paid members, the control system tutorial and explanation will continue Saturday. What do we got going here? Why doesn't it fit? I had it fitting, so it has to fit. Gonna have to open it up. Oh, wrong one. There it is. There it is. This is just a temporary thing anyway, so we got that in there. I like to use a metal spinner because I end up sanding the crap out of them. You can always polish them up, so it doesn't much matter. Because a carbon spinner will be going on this after it's shaped, but you ain't gonna fix a scratched carbon spinner. No. How do you get a nice looking nose? Stand closer to the sandpaper for longer periods of time. But I'm going to show you how I do it here. Okay, if you look here, we got about 1/8 of an inch sticking up. Thanks for the like. Like, subscribe, share. Super chats are welcome. Join the paid membership for extra content. So take this up a little bit so I don't scratch the crap out of it too bad. This is basically by eye. There's absolutely no way you can do it any other way, handle it or whatever. Paint stick with the 80 grit sandpaper on it. Use a long block or whatever. We're gonna get it close, and then we're gonna sand. I'm sanding flats in it right now. You don't want to do that, but I'll get the flats out as soon as I get it down close. You can't do that. I should get a link to the Arnold building of the F1 racer. He sanded a styrofoam plug, and it looks like he must have been a model maker at one time because he understood how to sand shape. So we'll work on this for a little while tonight, and then tomorrow night I'll have a better prepared video. But I basically want to keep with my hour a day setup. Well, we still got 1/8 of an inch to come down. If I was at home, I'd be getting a 36 grit out. Oh man. Yeah, we're getting her. Coming down now. I will spend this session and a couple more sessions getting this right. This is something that you don't get in one session. Because you'll look, I'll sit back and look at it and go, well, heck, it's too high there. Not high enough or whatever. Yeah, let's get a piece in hand. Sanding is an art. In order to get good or proficient at sanding, you have to do it. You have to do a lot of it. still got the crud coughing. Okay, we're finally down to the plywood ring. I'm gonna have to steal some more sandpaper from work, some 180. Of course, I never steal nothing from work. I always tell them, I'm taking some sandpaper or whatever. He got no problem with it. We were going to go flying today, or he was going to go flying. I knew it was going to be crappy, but the wind was blowing like crazy. I'm dying to try that Tucker maybe this weekend, but I want a nice gentle wind. I don't want 15 to 17 mile an hour wind for a test flight. We got a flat spot there. Boy, this wood is really, must be old. It acts really strange. Now let's get the 180 out, if I have any. You'll notice I'm going cross grain this way. I'll go at a 45 this way till I get all the scratches out of it, and then I'll go back the other way. And that's how you get symmetrical rounds. A lot of guys count the strokes, but I just eyeball it. Yeah. See, this wood is real old, or it's been wet before because it's kind of balling up. It doesn't matter. This nose gets fiberglass anyway. And a flat there. Yeah, it's symmetrical, so that's good. We're doing good. It's got to be as boring as a windy video. Okay, I got it close. Let's finish it off with some 320 and see what it looks like. See if I can get any shine off of it. And you'll see what I mean by I worked on this now for 15 minutes and it's close. I'll get tired and stop, and then I'll go back, and I'll show you I go back, and I will be back over this 3-4 times. And there again, if you ever saw my airplanes, you'll know that the nose of the airplane I know is a focal point, and I try to get it as perfect as possible. That way your eye is drawn to the nose instead of somewhere else on the airplane. You go, wow, how did he get that shape like that? And after I get this shaped the way I want it, I'll put that long scoop on it. Got a hard spot right there, so you're gonna have to sand with the block and get that down. This is where the carbon fiber, if you go back and look at the fuselage build, the sandwich carbon fiber leaves a black line there. It becomes harder than the wood. And basically you got to do this all over again after you put the fiberglass on it, if that makes any sense. You have to sand it in the exact same manner after it's glassed. I don't want to go too crazy here. I got to get the cowl on it. A lot of times I'll build a fuselage and get it all done and then build the cowl, but not this time. I want to do it all at once. So I'm looking at this. Is that the right shape? So let's take the tape off of it, and I'll guarantee it's not. This is all personal preference. You know, it. So if you look at this, you can see that the high point is right here. I'm going to have to move the high point back in order to get the arc correct so that it looks like it is part of the spinner. I mean, it's close, but it ain't right. So the arc has to be moved back somewhere into here. So we'll keep sanding. So basically what you're doing is you're using your eye to sculpt this. Is that right? No, not really. Better, but I think the arc has to be moved back some more. So before I sand it with that, we'll keep moving it back. Like, subscribe, and share the videos. during these times, there's not much to watch on TV that's very exciting anyway. I just noticed this light is great for candling. Not good for movie making, but it's pretty good for candling. I can see the high spot. Shoot. Not much of an educational video tonight. It's more of a spend the night sanding with Spark. Yeah, pretty close. We're getting there. Get the 180 out. See, where the heck is it? I had a piece. It's getting there. And we got that. Here we go. There's some. What is this for? Oh, this is 320. 320. Coffee, so yeah. That's 80. Come on. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, there we go. 180. Let's try to get the fuzzies off of this. This spinner should blend. You shouldn't see any transition between the spinner and the nose ring when it's done. It'll be at the same arc, and it's still got to go back some more. I may not be able to get it to go back that far, except I have before, so we should be able to get it. Does it make the airplane fly any better? Nah. Sure makes it look better though. It's a lot of work. Any questions or anything you'd like to see come up? Put it in the comment section. I will try to get it posted up for you guys, teach you how to do it. And I'm not saying that I know everything, but I better put the hump on if I'm going to fly this at the net. I doubt it. Probably going to be my Junar, unless I can really, I mean, I'm going to have to bear down. Only got 2 months to build this in. And then hope that it flies like my other airplane. Of course, I did one time Viper's 5 hit the ground the week before. It was a week, no, 2 weeks before SIG one time, and I put together an airplane in 2 weeks so I could make SIG. So that's when I really had the desire. Got the dust. I'll have to sweep all that crap up. All right, let's see what it looks like. Better. But if you look here, see this arc, the height, it's gonna have to taper back some more. I want it to just be completely smooth. I might have to lower this area here so that it's like that. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to lower this deck right here, which is not a big deal because we got to finish sanding the cockpit area into it. So that might make it look right. Kind of get back and yeah, put your thumb out there. That looks about right. Yeah, buddy. Whatever happened to Shug Emery? Ain't seen him in a while. Well, let's see. How long have we been on? Half an hour tonight. 5 likes, 6 watchers. I hope you're getting something out of it. I probably won't run as long. We'll probably do 45 minutes tonight. But as you see, it's been an hour a day, every day, religiously. And if you do just a little bit, this will probably take another. And you can't really finish it until after it's glued onto the fuselage sides permanently. But you get it close so you can cut it off and rough it out. I just love the smell of balsa wood. I love the feel of it. I love doing this. I love sanding. Don't ask me why. It's so stupid. I've been doing it all my life, though. Back in high school, we used to take these. Had a friend, Canadian friend, Rob Gow. We'd take parts to school and put it in our locker. And when everybody was smoking behind the library, I was sanding. We used to have competition who could sand the best looking piece. Closest thing I got to a sanding buddy now is John. And hopefully we can get back to Saturdays at John's. That's a series that you guys seem to like. Let's see here. This is a very hard detail to do and make look good. Look at my Monado next time you see it. And look how I did that detail on that. I haven't seen too many do this. It's too difficult. Pretty difficult. So now I'm lowering the deck in front of the instrument panel to get that arc that I'm talking. I can see it starting to come in there. I will have to lower this probably 1/8 of an inch more. I think the most pronounced arc that I've seen is Igor Berger's Max B. He's got quite the arc in that fuselage, a lot of shape in that. At least the one I straightened out for Tom did. Okay. Yeah, I wonder how many hours of rubbing this is going to take. Get the 180 and see how close it's getting it. You know, you rough it in with 80 grit and then come back and kind of polish it off with 180 and then really polish it with 320. But in order to get what it looks like, you need to get it smooth instead of all the hairs on it from the 80 grit, or in my case at home I use 36 grit. You can really move a lot of material with 36 grit. It goes a lot faster, but I don't have any. gotta move this back. Of course, it probably won't look right until I drop the sides here. But I don't want to do that until I get the lip sanded on there. Because I can always take it off. I can't put it back on. It's symmetrical though, or close to. It's gonna take a while to get that sanded in there. Boring. Watch me sand for an hour. Any ideas for the channel? Please send me a message on here that you'd like to see, or we can do contests, whatever. Because I want to make this interactive and fun. Man. Now I got to go on the other side. I think I'm going to have to cut those away just to get it to where I can see what it's going to look like. I'm going to make sure to sand this body line in correctly too. Kind of important on these airplanes here remind me of sprint cars. Sprint car has the old sprint car, not the one with the wings, the outlaw cars, but the old cars, sprint cars of the 70s, didn't have the wings and all that stuff. They just had a body back there, and they had a headrest and a roll bar over the top, very similar to this setup here. So I'm going to have to see if I can find some race car numbers for it. We're getting it lowered anyway. Somebody take a guess how long it'll take to do this. I'd say probably, I would say probably 10 hours. Do it and get it right. I removed most of the material with open hand and 80 grit. Now I'm coming back with a long block 320 to see how many low spots I have. Remember, this will all get glass, and you got to do it all over again, even in glass. Primer and glass to get it to look right. If you look at my airplane there on the wall, that long top block was sanded in just the same. You look at this airplane on this wall over here, that long top block was sanded in just the same, and it takes quite a while to do that. And the airplane on the wall here, you can see the arc there. It goes from the spinner and it arcs up, and same with the one on the floor. And that's just basically what it takes. It'll take whatever it takes to get it right, and you can't stop just because you think, well, I'm tired. Well, you may get tired of doing it today, set it down and come back tomorrow, do it all over again, because that's what it's going to take. This top block started out, well, it's 3.5 pound wood, but it started out 4 inches by 1 inch. It's down to probably, I don't know, it's down to about 3/8 of an inch now in the front. Back here 3/4, probably an inch here, and we're getting down to 7/8 there. And then it's 1 inch. It's 1 inch here. This has to be 7. It has to be 7/8 because I've dropped it 1/8 of an inch. By the time I'm done, this will probably be dropped another 1/8 of an inch to get that look that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the big tire cars of the 50s look. And there's just no easy way to do it except elbow grease. John and I keep saying we're gonna put some cases of elbow grease in the background when we do our videos because that's what it takes to build these is elbow grease. And if you're not willing to put in the elbow grease, you're wasting your time. If you want to build a world-class airplane, it takes elbow grease. That's too high right there. I've been sanding on this side quite a bit. A lot of eyeballing. I must have really ground the crap out of the inboard side. And if you sight down the fuselage with your eye like this, you can you can pick out, or I can pick out 10,000 of an inch out around or flat or whatever. Your eye, everybody's eye is pretty astute if that's what you're looking for. If you're just looking at it, well, yeah, that looks good. But if you really sight down there and look, you can see what's high and what's not. Let's see, we got a new member. I'm not sure who that is. That is, oh, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Welcome. Go back in and watch the start of bell crank geometry. It tells you where to drill the bell crank and how things work. I'll be doing the follow-up on bell crank geometry Saturday. Every once a week, the paid memberships will get a private video, and once a month you guys will get a discussion, a 1-hour discussion. Plus, you get a supporters badge. If you look by your name there, you have the Stunt Hangar supporter icon in there that you can only get by becoming a sponsor here or supporter or whatever. Helps me keep the channel going. Helps me make the content free to everybody. Lets me know you love me. If you want to become a member of the site, you just go down by the subscribe button and click join. Is the chat not working tonight or what? I haven't had one chatter in there tonight. Let's see. We got, let's see here. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell. We got one new member. Well, that's 7 likes and 1 new member. And that is Charles. Charles, is the chat working? Type in the chat box. Yep, okay, great. Yep, okay, thanks. I didn't know because I haven't had not one chat member at all in 52 minutes. So we got 8 minutes left. I'll go ahead and run the hour out. You'll probably get bored of me sanding on this nose because, as I say, it will. I'm looking at it and I like it, but it's not quite right. All right, Gerald. Sorry about that. Glad to have you as a member of the channel. Not only a subscriber, but a member. Go back. I hope you got something out of the bell crank geometry or flap horn geometry video. Remember, there's a difference between 1 1/8 or 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 horns, and that's the difference in the bell crank where you move the pivot. We're looking for that full stroke of movement. Anyway, that's all explained in the in that video. This weekend I will do the bend the horns, do mount. I haven't done anything on the bell crank. I've just let it set right there so that we can go ahead and do that for the paid side guys. So you get something out of that. We're gonna this weekend we'll be mounting the flaps, mounting the bell crank, cutting the push rod, finishing the geometry out in that. So that, and I also need to notch this section here. Might show you how I do that. I gotta have some for the paid guys and some for the regular subscribers of the channel. So the paid side will get my secrets. But the bell crank's floating in there now, so we're in good shape there. Probably need to excavate a little bit more to get it to move around there just a little bit more. Of course, I don't know. Anyway. Hey, Scott. Thanks for becoming a supporter. 2 new members. Love it. Thank you very much. Go back and rewind this video. It's not much in this video tonight, just me sanding. So you kind of got bored, but I wanted to show you that I am continuing my hour a day ritual on this airplane until finished, but we're starting to get close to the gnats. So next month, this is April. So in May, I got 30 days to get this thing all together and painted. So come June, I could start flying it if I'm going to fly it in the gnats. So it's the same numbers as my Junar XL. We're hoping for the same weight or less. The design will look like my Tucker Special on the end of the lines. Well, there's some more stuff I'm gonna show, Gerald. I'm glad that helped. But I'll show you about angular motion as well. When this thing is designed and put together correctly, everything should move in a straight line and everything should be lined up in a straight plane, if that makes sense. 0 incidents, 0 elevator flap, and that way the angle of attack can be moved by your hand and not by down thrust or incidents in the stabilizer or any of that other stuff. You want it zero so it flies. You want to turn it over on its back and it needs to just fly without even looking at it. And that's hard to do if you don't understand what you're building into the airplane. And sometimes I make mistakes and you can't get it out of it. Just a little bit, just a couple of degrees, and all your work was shot. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for becoming a member. Like, subscribe, and share the videos. I'll see you tomorrow night for an hour. I don't know what I'll do. You need put in the comment section what you'd like to see me do tomorrow night. If it's hollow blocks or whatever. I mean, it's when I'm working, it's hard to do a real instructional video in an hour because I don't know what I'm doing until I'm doing it. So give me an idea what you want to see and I'll try to show you how I do it. I hope you guys paid attention how we come up with some skins without seams in it. Anyway, we still got blocks to hollow. These are light, but they're going to be lighter. Ton of work to do. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow night. Till then, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.